Music theory is such a buzzword these days. Everyone's heard of music theory. At this point, I believe it's genuinely a part of the zeitgeist. However, there are more bad opinions about music theory than there are bad opinions at a Trump rally. Okay, that joke doesn't make any sense. I'm not funny. My point is that music theory is victim to pseudoscience and superiority complexes. I feel like every other musician you meet is just completely misguided about the understanding of theory.
But why?
According to one of my favorite video essays, Patricia Taxon says from personal experience that this is the Axis of Awesome's fault. They wrote a hit pop song by mashing together around 50 other hit songs and sold it to an audience of millions as a joke.
All the greatest hits from the past 40 years just use 4 chords. Same 4 chords for every song. It's dead simple to write a pop hit.
Fuck off. Yeah, fuck off, Chicken Little.
It seems that the legacy of the 4 chords song is a belief that pop music isn't very good because the theory isn't very complicated.
In hindsight, it was probably harmful overall to introduce uncountably many people to music theory with a lesson on what chords are bland and overused. Can you even imagine what that's like for people who don't know music theory? Like, welcome to your first day in art class, kids. Today we'll be learning about why primary colors are fucking dog shit.
Another video essayist, CJ the X, agrees with Patricia and I, and they popped in my recommended way after I formed this opinion.
The Axis of Awesome 4-chord song has single-handedly fueled so much pompous, reductive stupidity they should be tried for war crimes.
Over 10 years later, video essayists are here to put an end to this misunderstanding. Music theory is not justification for why you do or don't like something.
First of all, music theory doesn't really sound like anything. Music theory sounds like parchment.
What is music theory even good for then? I can already hear you asking yourself that. I defer to myself in my video essay titled, What is Music? Music theory is just vocabulary that categorizes a sound. In other words, theory is a way to describe music in abstract terms. It is theoretical music. Want to draw a conclusion about a compositional style? Well, you can use music theory. Want to draw an emotional conclusion about said style? Don't use music theory. At that point, you're better off with a cultural analysis, and those will inevitably bring you to a physical and psychological explanation. For bedroom producers like me, music theory is an incredible tool. For everyone else, it's just a niche they have a hot take about. Something else I want to talk about, although it's much more widely talked about among music theory content creators.
Did the Beatles know music theory?
This is a thread on the electronic music producer deadmau5's subreddit, which asks, does Joel use the harmonic style of 18th century European musicians?
Is the belief that you need to be able to articulate your theory to others to have an understanding of music theory. If you can't explain your theory, then you don't even really know it. That's just embarrassingly wrong. Everyone has their own brand of abstract conclusions. If you're already writing songs, you absolutely have an intuitive sense of things. Even if you just have an eclectic taste in music and listen to every genre on the planet, you have an intuitive sense of the similarities and differences between them. For songwriters and audiophiles, theory can ensure your ability to communicate your ideas without having to literally play the music. So the next time you hear somebody gatekeeping pop music, remind them that the Axis of Awesome was just a comedy band from Australia in the early 2000s. They were never making a profound statement about music theory. They were just covering a bunch of hit songs in a medley, which in itself became a hit song. It's not okay to gatekeep pop music because it's simple. Music must be fundamentally simple in order to move people. It's okay to gatekeep pop music if it's overplayed and emotionally unengaging. But that's just a game theory.